Welcome back to another episode of What If I'm not Europe's alternate timeline thing. I don't remember the name because I just woke up. So yeah, let's begin. So after Poland got Kaliningrad, they declared war on Belarus. Russia enters the war on the side of Belarus. Ukraine enters the war on the side of Poland, as well Lithuania. So, war will advance until 20th of June of 2052 in here, when Ukrainian troops entered the territory. Belarus could only push back the Lithuanian front, while Russia pushes into Ukraine again. Making good advances until stopped. Poland enters Belarus. Lithuania also enters and tries to encircle these troops. But while that's going on, Belarus is pushing deeper and deeper into Lithuania. But after supplies run out, they start to fall back. And then they get kicked out. Ukraine pushes back the Russians. While Belarus keeps suffering, but the red team tries to Poland, Lithuania and Ukraine tries to push as many weak soldiers to Russia as possible. And Belarus capitulates. Russia manipulates Romania that they will get Ukraine, especially this Ukrainian land, if they join the war. They join the war and immediately they start a push, connecting up to the Russians. Austria-Hungary enters the war on the side of Poland. And since Serbia is an Austro-Hungarian puppet, they also join in. And Romania leaves the war as Austria-Hungary doesn't want Romania to get too powerful to take back Transylvania. But with Romanian supplies, they could only push for so long. They even re-enter Belarus. The front line right now is stalemated until nothing happens. But after careful reconsideration and Poland doesn't leave Finland alone, after Poland proposed something that they will get all of this, they joined the side of Poland. Almost all of Northern Eastern Europe is at war. So yeah. Finland invades and it's easy because there aren't that many soldiers here. But after the Russians realized this was a sneaky invasion, they put troops on the front lines. But because of Finland, the Poland and their allies could push in. And take some valuable land. They are trying to connect the two front lines, which is successful. Russia threatened Estonia and Latvia that if they don't join their side and push them back to the original borders, they will declare war on them. So Latvia and Estonia joined the war on the side of Russia because of threats. Which came to lots of advantages. Like being able to push back. Romania secretly rejoins the war without Austria-Hungary knowing. Well, didn't and shit. Nobody also knew that Romania rejoined, so that's why there's so much success on these lines. Half of Lithuania is captured before stalemate. Half of Belarus is liberated. Poland was noticing they were losing land, not only down there but up at Finland as well. Before something happens in Austria-Hungary, I'm only put it here. Hold up. Be right back. Before you say anything else, this looks bad, but I drew Hungary by memory, so yeah. Well, it's not official until the war is over. I just drew it in case. It's so bad that the war entered in Poland. And this war finally gets a name. The War of Eastern and Central Europe. Because Poland is in Central Europe and these countries are in Eastern Europe. Yeah, you get the point. Ukraine surrenders. Belarus is on the brink of being fully liberated, only the Polish front remains. And then Lithuania collapses. The final push to kick out the Polish out of Belarus is successful. Russia surrenders to Finland, but not to... No? Not to Poland. The Russians, Romanians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians, only these four, are cruising through Poland, even eventually capturing Warsaw. But then Germany also joins. And since Poland cannot fight two fronts, they collapse. So the war is over. Let's do this. Okay, I did this right. So the peace treaty was the very patron Hungary for memory borders. Russia gets to annex full of Ukraine. Since they wanted that since the end of the First War, which was in episode 1, and to what's current war in, you know, if you know, you know, which most of you know, but yeah. Be right back. Alright, back. So, I'll read you Hungary, which looks better, in my opinion. Shit, forgot this part. Alright. So, we passed the current decade. Alright, it's 2060s. You know what? Alright, better. So, Hungary declared independence. So it's just Austria. They don't like that. They declare war on Hungary. They don't get the first chance to push. Hungary does. They capture Vienna. Austria-Hungary, no, fuck. Austrian Empire. I just got them Austria. Austria surrenders. Hungary demands that Czechia is independent. So it's really just Austria and a little bit of Slovenia. So Austria is landlocked. since the Great Eastern Central European Wars. The Great Central European. No, I ain't gonna shorten that. Hungary wants to go back to its peak, so it declares war on Bosnia. Which they win in, no doubt. Since it was a small war and not many borders changed, I won't cut the video. Jesus. Alright. Wait, Serbia is independent since Austria-Hungary no longer exists. They only get independence if they give up this land. Poor Serbia, man. But I don't care. So. Now it looks better. So Hungary is a regional strongest country in the Balkans with Romania. They peace out for a while. In that while, Estonia joins the official Baltic Union, consisting of the remainders of Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Hold up. What the fuck? These four wanna reunite? Okay. But these three rejects the idea. So, what would a normal Serbia do? A. Go to war, or B. Just accept it? No, go to war. Me often. So, anyways, Serbia starts the invasion and immediately ends Kosovo's life. They do not have a strong army because they lost at least this many land. The war is over, yay! Alright. Perfecto. They try nothing. What the hell? Austria declares war on Czechia. They capture Prague. And Czechia gets capitulated. Now they just need Hungary to join. They hold their votes. This color will This color will represent in keeping independence, and this color will represent to join Austria. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4, 6. It's a tie. So, 5 years later, in 2069, they hold three-way voting. They voted for keeping independence, and all votes will be like that from now on. So how's your votes about to declare war on Hungary or not? So this will be yes, and this will be no. They voted for no. So, we entered the 70s in the 2000s. Shit. The first year of 2070, which is 2070, is it's another big war. It's a 3v4. Wait. The countries that lost land is declaring war on the countries that stored the land. Immediately, a rebellion happens in southern Serbia, which later joins the blue team. Serbia already lost its capital. Hungary and Russia and Belarus going to southern Poland, eventually capturing it. I mean, to be fair, what do you expect? A weaker countries against stronger ones. I ain't gonna sit for another 80 minutes just telling how weak countries will succumb to stronger ones. After a while, in 2072, a month after the war started, the attackers lose. All of those things happen. Elections in Belarus to join Russia. This means yes. This means no. This last region determines if Belarus joins Russia or not. In 3, 2, 1. They joined Russia. The votes are in. the what should I call Russia now? The Russian Empire comes back because the Soviets didn't have this land. The Russian Empire comes back. The power in Europe is completely out of whack. Anyways, the power in Europe is completely out of whack. And you know what else? This video again, so yeah, like and subscribe, comment, share. So yeah, goodbye for now.